Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
A recent story in the news piqued our interest as anthropologists, as it speaks directly to a classic narrative of anthropological discovery. An adventurer happening upon an undiscovered tribe and attempting to make contact. This time, as has happened in the past, there was a significant problem.
The Sentinelese are an uncontacted people living on North Sentinel Island, which is part of the Andaman Island chain in the Indian Ocean. No one knows how long the Sentinelese have lived on this island, but they do live in isolation. They have no contact with the outside world.
Several groups have attempted to make contact with the Sentinelese in the past. For example, various anthropologists, documentary filmmakers, and government officials have attempted to approach the island. But the Sentinelese have defended their home, raining down spears and arrows upon those who come too close.
Many international organizations have sought to protect the Sentinelese further from afar. Survival International is an indigenous rights group who want to protect groups from harm. They've worked with the Indian government to make sure no one contacts this group.
There are several good reasons as to why the Sentinelese should not be contacted. First, as they have no previous experience with the many diseases that plague our lives, any physical contact might put them at risk. While we have lifetimes spent developing immunity to many diseases, the Sentinelese could easily be wiped out by diseases that wouldn't even have us batting an eyelash.
Secondly, and most importantly, the Sentinelese do not appear to want to make contact with the outside world. People have been injured or died by arrows or projectiles when they came too close to North Sentinel Island. According to Sophie Grigg, that's a key reason we must respect their right to remain uncontacted. They've made it very clear that's what they want. Their strong defense of their home has led to the Indian government declaring that no further attempts should be made to contact this group.
Nevertheless, in November, John Allen Chow, a missionary from the United States, attempted to make contact with and Christianize the Sentinelese people. Despite international recognition that no one should attempt to go to the island, and with protocols declaring that boats cannot even enter the waters around the Sentinelese, Chow decided to go anyway. He was killed during his attempt to come ashore.
This has brought the concept of uncontacted peoples back into the public eye. There's been debate over what happens now that someone has died. The police have charged those associated with this incident with culpable homicide, as they should have known that there was a massive risk to approaching a people who have a strong and known history of defending their home.
From an anthropological lens, there are many ethical and legal reasons for letting the Sentinelese live their lives. If an armada of experts have negotiated and analyzed the situation, decided that the Sentinelese need to be left uncontacted to preserve their health and autonomy, then people should not approach North Sentinel Island.
It's also worth coming back to the idea of cultural relativism. People often imagine that if someone's life is quite unlike theirs, something is wrong and needs to be corrected. Chow noted in his journal such a sentiment. In anthropology, however, we do note that people live successful lives using many different paths and avenues.
We hope our discussion has given you some food for thought and another perspective on this item in the news.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe.